However, you will do significantly less damage with your sword. Once we finally defeat the boss, trust me, that was probably one of the toughest bosses in the game. Even the final boss I don't think is nearly as tough as that one is to deal with, because the hit time when you actually have an open opportunity is just so limited during that battle.
Adol, look out! I was so worried about you. I know you told me to wait, but I had to come for you. This man was going to attack you.
So you are Adol. I have heard of the troubles you gave Chester. I see. But who needs King McGuire? Step back!
Adol, let's follow him. Maybe you're right. It's too easy.
With a new entranceway that's been opened up, we now head down these stairs into another area of the dungeon. This area starts off like the first area of the Palestine Palace had been. Since we've gained more experience and a level, we do more damage now. We don't have to worry so much about the bugs that are crawling quickly across the ground. We can now just get close to them and do a ducking attack in order to take them out. Also, the big flying bugs are pretty easy to deal with because they come directly at you, so you don't really have to move or do anything special. Just attack straight and take them out. After you listen to the prisoner's cries for help, it's now time to get ready for another boss battle. In the next room, head up the stairs and get ready. Thankfully though, this is a much easier boss battle than the one we had just dealt with. Equip your power ring and wait for it to come at you. All you have to do is run in, deliver a hit, then quickly back away as it does a sword swipe. If you're getting a good rhythm, you'll be able to keep delivering hits very quickly, usually 2 or 3 every time, before he's actually able to get a swipe out. The best bet, though, is to try to take him out before he gets all the way over to the left wall, or else it can be a little bit tricky trying to jump over him and try and actually hit him at that point. But if you're able to take him out before he gets to the left wall, you shouldn't take too much damage. Once he's done, he'll give you the prison key, so it's time to head back to where the prisoners were located. After talking to one of the prisoners, you get the blue armband, so we now have both of them, and getting this one will allow us to go a little bit farther into the dungeon. Once you enter into the next screen, it's probably my favorite area of this place, the clock tower area. Inside are some new enemies, including these gold soldiers, and for the first time, I'm going to recommend skipping over them. We do not need the experience at this point, so it's best to try to avoid those soldiers at all costs. However, the blue slimes are pretty easy to deal with, as well as these gray shooting knights that shoot arrows at you. As long as you're able to get to the same area where they are, you should be able to take them out pretty easily, and of course duck under and attack with a sweep in order to take out the blue slimes. Over here to the left side is the final ring of the game, the Protect Ring. Now the Protect Ring drains your ring power very quickly, taking away 10 power at a time. However, it grants you invincibility for the time you're wearing it. Since I don't have a whole lot of ring power left already, and I have some bosses to deal with, I'm probably not going to be using that ring in this area. Over here in the upper right corner is the final sword of the game, the Flame Sword. Wait for the machine to rise up, and then ride it down to the bottom. You'll have to do a jump over to the right side at the right moment so that you can land on the platforms and get over to the right side to get to the next screen. And now that we have the Flame Sword, you can actually take care of those gold knights now, as it only takes 2 hits to take them out. If you're able to do so quickly, you should be able to take them out before they run into you or deliver any damage to you now. Wait over here on the left platform and wait for the hook to come down, then jump on it as it goes up. Jump over at its height to get onto the right platform and then fall down to the right so you can get into this area. This is another area where we're going to have to ride the mechanics up, then jump to the next one in order to get into the next room. When you arrive up here, there's no enemies to deal with. Just run across the bell tower and then over a large bridge. When you enter the next room, you have a cutscene before the next boss battle begins.
Germanicus lives again! This human form is no longer necessary. If I get the statues, I'll have absolutely nothing to fear.
When the battle begins, of course, equip your power ring. This boss has a few attacks to deal with. He has a lightning ability that can hit pretty close to you, as well as he has this bouncing ring that bounces around the room and tries to hit you that way. The best strategy, though, to deal with this boss, as soon as he spawns, run quickly behind him and then start attacking him that way. That way you'll avoid the lightning and be able to deal a decent amount of hits to him. Just be very careful that the blades don't end up running into you too much, as those can do a decent amount of damage.
Been foolish. Why did I believe the words of Maryland? That devil! His only purpose was to return his master Demonicus to this world. Soon after Demonicus was revived, hideous monsters overran my beautiful castle. I am lost. My kingdom is falling into chaos and ruin. You must save me. The only hope left is in the power of the 4 statues. You must act quickly. Take them to the realm of Demonicus and seal him away with their power. Here, take this idol. Its power will aid you and help you to enter into the land of Demonicus. responsible for many evil acts. Now it's time to make up for my past and try to correct my errors. Can my people forgive me?
Adol, I'm glad you are safe.
Whosoever tries to interfere with my return will suffer dearly. Adol, how do you like this? Don't worry. She is not dead. Yet. If you want her to live, bring the 4 statues to my domain.
When we're back in Serena, we now have to talk to a few people before it's time to finally head out to the final area of the game and save Elena.
What's wrong, Adol? Why the long face? You're a hero in these parts. Adol, where is Elena? Where is she? Adol, you're a fine warrior. Only the truly strongest of men know their own weaknesses. Adol, Mayor Grady may be able to help you save Elena.
After the cutscene with Dogi and the townsfolk, head over to Grady's house.
Adol, my boy, how can I thank you for all you've done? You had better give me those statues now. Your part is finished. What? Surely someone must go, but whoever goes may not return alive. You are still young. There are many things you haven't learned, my boy.
Grady, let Adol go. He is not just a drifter. Adol is an adventurer. I'm sure he knows his life may be in danger, but there are some things that a man just can't back away from. You should have faith in Adol.
Adol. Then take this with you. It will be helpful in your fight.
Grady gives us the fire jewel, which will help us enter the next area. Stop by the item shop to recharge our ring and buy an herb if you need to. Once you have those items, it's time to head back to the map and go to the final area of the game. It's now time for Adol to set sail and head to the island of Domanicus. When we enter, we walk over here and the goblin idol that we got from Palestine Castle will allow us to open up the pathway and allow us in. In this area, the whole screen is dark, except unless you equip the fire jewel, which